have you shot your final scenes yet? And are you happy with how things ended?
Yeah.
She didn't say yes.
No acting school or anything could change that awkward look on her face. It's anger, annoyance, I don't know.
Best season ever!
So I got hit with the Cocoa Puffs on Marion variant. And being someone who avoided the other ones, I pretty fucked up. It's just like extremely severe flu. See, I've been vaccinated and everything, and it still hit me hard. So what do? You lay down in bed, keep the TV on, and you just try to recover. So for the past 48 hours, all that's been on my TV is the reruns of Reno 911. And one thing about it is that it's hilarious. Why? Because I don't need to remember shit. I just watch it, laugh, pass out, wake up, and I feel like I haven't missed a thing. My memory has been on shit mode. I don't remember anything. I can barely focus or nothing. But then I get this random notification on my phone and I'm astounded. No. I'm surprised. No. Shocked. No. It's more as disgusted. Why? It's all because of Mr. Peter Dinklage. Peter Dinklage? Dinkling. That's what I'm gonna call him because he's a Dinkling for me. And it's not a joke on his size. It's more of a joke on, his name, last name, Dinklage. You see what I'm doing? Okay. So Dinklage right here. What did he do to get me all types of annoyed and pissed off? He went out there, I guess, trying to promote his new film, Cyrano. So Peter Dinklage has a movie called Cyrano. And he decided, hey, how do I get publicity? Let me go say something extremely stupid, get everybody pissed off. Maybe they'll come watch my movie. And that's what he did. So Peter Dinklage goes and says something so stupid that goes against everything the show was about and everything the fans loved about the show that just made me laugh. Actually, what's funny is that with COVID messing me up so hard and my memory and my attention span being so fucked up, that when I saw this, I did not believe what I was reading. I was like, yeah, this doesn't make sense. I'm definitely still hallucinating from this or something. Went back to sleep. Woke up. And that comment was still there. And it just blew my mind by how out of touch, out of sync, out of reality these Hollywood people are, that is just hilarious. That they can even take something that was universally loved, then universally hated for being unfinished. I'm not going to say it was finished in the right way or ended in the wrong way. No, it was unfinished in my opinion. And then you go and say, well, let me put it this way. We had to end when we did because what the show was really good at was breaking down preconceived notions. Villains become heroes and heroes became villains. If you know your history, when you track the progress of tyrants, they don't start off as tyrants. I'm talking about, spoiler alert, what happened at the end of Game of Thrones with that character change. It's gradual. And I love how power corrupted these people. What happens to your moral compass when you get a taste of power? Human beings are complicated characters, you know? And then he goes on to say something even dumber than that. By the way, it's fictions. There's dragon in it. Move on. Like, really, dude? No shit. We did not know that there were dragons in it. What? Are you serious? Where was the dragons? Where was this the whole time? What? And then he goes and says, it was the right time, no less, no more. You don't want to wear out your welcome. Although I'm not sure that show could have, Dinklage explained. But I think the reason there was some backlash about the ending is because they were angry at us for breaking up with them. We were going off the air and they didn't know what to do with their Sunday nights anymore. Dude, get over your fucking self. This is not about you, first of all. Second of all, we have football. I don't give a fuck what you say. We have something to do on Sunday nights. What the fuck? Are you dumb? And then the last but not least, my favorite statement out of all of them. They wanted the pretty white people to ride off into the sunset together. By the way, it's fiction, guys. There's dragons in it. Move on. Oh, that's where the dragons thing comes into play. Oh, okay. Still dumb. Still dumb. You're still dumb. Dumb. Alright. I'm gonna just pick a specific statement to go off at because this shit just pissed me off. And it was the whole thing about like heroes becoming villains and villains becoming heroes and that whole bullshit that he said. Alright. So he says villains become heroes and heroes became villains. If you know your history, when you track the progress of tyrants, they don't start off as tyrants. You know why that's stupid? That's like him saying, oh, Michael Phelps was not Michael Phelps when he was a baby. Usain Bolt couldn't run as fast when he was a child. Like, dude. What kind of fairy tale are you talking about? Like, are you still living with those dragons? Or what is wrong with you? This guy's an idiot, yo. Also, let me properly say this to you, since you seem to not want to listen to everyone's issues with the show, including the writer and creator. It's not that you guys ended it off so quickly, or only because you guys ended it off so quickly. It was because you guys were going to end it so quickly that you have to cut off half of what is leading up to the end. So if you have a full story and then I take out the third chapter from a 4-chapter story and then you go into the fourth, what happens? You don't understand how you got there. That's 1. 2, heroes did not become villains. Yes, Daenerys became a villain in the end, but dude, you want to talk about character development? She would take seasons on end just to have the balls to do one thing. And then out of nowhere, she goes from the one who saves the heroes, who saves the slaves, who freed everyone to, oh, let me just get on my dragon and burn a whole fucking city. Are you fucking stupid? Just say we fucked it up. We took the last season, rushed it, didn't do it the right way, didn't speak to the writer about it, mangled up the show, and when people hated it, we went crying about it. Now, I don't know how people feel about Game of Thrones or how it ended. For me personally, I've watched Game of Thrones since season 2. One of my closest friends put me onto it at the end of season 1. I watched the last 2 episodes with him, blew my mind, and then went back, rewatched the first season, and I've been updated ever since. Now, one of the few things I liked about Game of Thrones is that every time I watched an episode on a Sunday evening, I'll go back to the office on Monday, and there will be like a small book club type thing in my office where everybody I know from our office that watched the show would sit down and we would discuss it. And not into a whole, oh my god, this, that. No, it's just a healthy discussion about how much fun did we have last night watching it, how crazy it was, and the character build-ups. The one thing about Game of Thrones is that every character has a point. There is a meaning to them. Everything they say, everything they do, there was a purpose to it. And that's one of the things that really attracted me to the show. Aside from that, it was perfectly, in my opinion, perfectly written. The scenes were set up perfectly. There was no hero complex. There was none of that bullshit. But then you have Peter Dinklage, who comes in and says something that is so idiotic, that is so against everything that the show and the fans have loved and kept them watching the show season over season over season, even before it became popular, was the way it was. So I just have to say one thing to you. Fuck you, Peter Dinklage. Peace.